Let's also welcome on board Hemant Sikka, who's the President Farm Equipment Sector at M&M. Thank you for joining in. And, given that we're talking about the space as a whole, how would you really describe the current state when it comes to the tractor market in India, particularly in context of the recent agricultural trends, kind of updates that we've seen with respect to monsoon?
So monsoon has actually shaped up very well. If you see monsoon currently at YTD level is up almost 6.9%. And most of the states, if you start counting, let's say from the southern states, the western part of India, the central states, and many parts of even northern states have received bountiful rainfall. In most of these states, the rainfall is either normal or above normal, except for, let's say, parts of eastern UP, Bihar, and northeastern states, which have received deficient rainfall. Overall, the country has actually done very well on the rainfall side. And this is clearly helping in the Kharif sowing. We have seen the latest data that for crops like paddy, pulses, oil seeds, even sugarcane, this is much better than last year's sowing at YTD level. So this will lead to a very strong bumper crop for Kharif. And monsoon also helps us in terms of getting better reservoir levels. So right now we are seeing that reservoir levels have improved a lot substantially in the last couple of months. And a high reservoir level obviously augurs very well for the upcoming winter crop, which is the Rabi crop. So with a good Kharif crop and a good winter crop looking to be likely, I think the tractor demand is going to be very strong in the second half of this year.
So can I say that it's a matter of time that you would be upgrading your full year tractor guidance?
And Nikunj, we have actually gone out and said that the tractor industry this year would grow at a rate of about 5%. To give you some data, YTD, the industry is absolutely flat. So that means all the heavy lifting will happen now in the remaining months of this fiscal. So lot is riding on H2, and we are very confident that H2 will be a very good growth for tractor industry. And obviously, as you do the maths, since right now we are at YTD industry level, which is almost 0.0, we will have to grow at the rate of almost 10% in the remaining part of the year to catch up and achieve a growth target of 5% for the industry.
Guidance, it was before monsoon. Now we are talking to after monsoon. So there is scope for more improvement, purely going by a first answer.
Yeah, so clearly, Nikunj, you're right. In the remaining part of the year, the growth will be much better than 5%. But at a cumulative yearly level, since for the first 5 months growth is zero, obviously the averages will look like 5%. But obviously, for the remaining part of the year, especially the second half, the growth will be in double digits.
Do you see any uptick also happening in terms of pricing power? When demand comes back, would you be able to increase prices also along with it?
Nikunj, we took a price increase starting 1st April of this year. But right now, we are very happy with the way the commodity trajectory is playing out. The commodity prices, as you are aware, are very benign. And right now, we are entering into the festive season. Just few days down the line, Ganpati starts. And this is then followed by Navratri and Dussehra, Dhanteras, Diwali. So it's a very heavy festive season. And right now, we see that with the commodity being so benign, there is no need to take another price increase at this stage. Idea is to make sure that the affordability for the farmers stays very intact and we are able to ride on the festive demand, which is likely to happen just about a week from now.
What about the export market? How has that recently performed for you?
So last month, we grew our exports by 36%. I think YTD also, we are closer to 30% growth for us. And that is on back of our new launch, Oja, which is a lightweight tractor. We have recently launched a few months back in our very strong market of USA. We are further opening up few markets in ASEAN. So on the back of very good exports of Oja, our overall exports have grown by about 30%. We do have challenges, especially in countries like Bangladesh and few other countries. But as we play a very wide network of exports, we always, in our planning, look at all the risks and opportunity. So some of the opportunities have really worked very well for us this year, while in a couple of other countries, we are facing challenges. But hopefully they will also stabilize and they will come back strongly.
Okay, and give us a sense as well as to what the outlook is when it comes to the market share, how you're looking at really growing that. I believed it had increased to about 44.7% in Q1. Any improvement, and more importantly, what will be the factors that will drive this?
Yeah, so we have actually done very well on our market share gains. If I tell you YTD, which is a more kind of thought through number, the industry is flat while we have grown 4%. So obviously we have gained some very good market share. Our market share YTD is up 1.8% on a very strong high number, 41.6 of last year. So we are closer to a 44% market share YTD for this year. I think what has played well for us is, first of all, both our two large brands of Mahindra and Swaraj have done very well. They are very well liked by the customers. We have very strong teams and very strong brand in the market. Our new products, whether it is in the Swaraj portfolio or on the Mahindra side, have been very well accepted. And as Maharashtra, Karnataka, and the southern states starts to kick up with good monsoon, we believe that our new launch Oja, which we have also launched in India, will start to do very well. Similarly, on Swaraj side, we have done a complete revamp of our portfolio with Naya Swaraj. You would recollect our World Cup campaign with our brand ambassador MS Dhoni, where we launched the new Swaraj through him. And I think it has been very well accepted by the market. And we believe that with all the initiatives we are taking with the product and in the market, we will continue to retain a very high market share in the coming months also.
Okay, Hemant, great to have you on the show. Thank you so much for taking the time out and giving us a color on how the farm equipment segment at M&M is panning out.
Thanks for having me.